Okay, in the last video we talked about everything that you would do in the digital audio workstation there on the computer. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check out that video. This is everything that we're going to need to do on the hardware side of things. And again, we've kept it all extremely simple. Here we have what we call the audio interface. Basically, everything that you're going to be doing with recording comes through this box. Literally, the microphones come through this box, any instruments you plug in, whether it's a guitar direct in or miking up a drum set, it all goes through this box. The speakers go through this box, and of course, any changes that you make in the computer will end up getting routed through this box as well. So really, this box does everything. Here, we're gonna break it down super simply for you. So right here, these are the volume control knobs. Literally, that's what they do. They control the volume. Each one of these corresponds with a specific microphone input. For example, 1 and 2 that you see right here, knob 1 and knob 2 control the volume for them. When you're in here, feel free to experiment with the microphones to see where you like the volume to sit. But in your setup tour, a professional engineer is going to show you exactly where the best place for the volume to sit will be for the specific microphone that you're using. In fact, when you come in here for the standard vocalist, we actually always have input 4, which is always routed to the microphone that works best for 99% of vocalists. We have it always at the volume that works best for that particular microphone. So that when you come in, you really don't have to mess with any of this. But it's good for you to know so you can play with and kind of move around and fine tune to exactly what you want. So all these volume control knobs, number 4 is always routed to the microphone that we're going to show you here in a bit that most vocalists will use. We're going to show you just a couple other buttons here. This button right here is what we call phantom power. Essentially, that just provides power to the microphones. If you're in here and you're singing into the microphone and for whatever reason you're not really hearing anything, it's likely that this button just got switched off. You'll notice that this light turns on and off. Super simple. If you're not hearing anything, flip that button, make sure that the volume is up. This knob here controls the speakers. As I turn this up, the speakers go louder. Turn it down, speakers go quieter. Super simple. This knob here controls the headphones that are used for tracking, or in other words, the headphones that you'll be using while you're recording, that we keep placed underneath the piano all the time. This knob here is for the headphones that you'll be using when you're working at the computer, and they're just right here, super easy to use and grab at any time. The last thing that you need to know on this interface is specifically actually just for you guitarists. For anyone that's playing guitar, you can go direct in from your electric guitar right into input 1 or 2, and you'll just turn on the instrument button. It says INST for instrument right beneath it, and you'll just click it on and the light will turn green and then adjust the volume accordingly. And that's it. That's the entire audio interface. That's everything you need to know to record yourself in our self-serve studio as far as working the actual audio interface. This is the Shure SM7B microphone. For most of you vocalists out there, in this particular environment with your particular voice, this is going to be the microphone that the professional engineer is going to have you choose to use. We keep this microphone pre-set up, pre-wired, and we keep the volume turned up on it all the time, so it's easy to use and immediately accessible from the moment you walk in. Just to show you a couple things about this microphone that honestly are going to be applicable for any of the microphones that you use in here. One, I'm going to start with the pop filter. The pop filter cannot be this close to the microphone or it's really not going to do its job. These metal ones work extremely well and they don't color your voice at all. But they work by pushing the air. As air gets pushed through it, it pushes the air downwards. And if it's too close to the mic, the air that's pushed through up at the top could be pushed right into the microphone. So we want to make sure that it's at least like a fist, maybe even a fist and a half away from the microphone. You could do well about there, and that would be fine. You're also going to want to make sure that when you're singing, you're gonna be another fist, maybe a fist and a half away from the microphone. Again, for your particular voice, the engineer that does your setup session with you will tell you exactly what's gonna be best for you. These are just the general tips. With this microphone, you'll be able to adjust these knobs and turn it whatever direction you might need to. You generally don't want it directly at your mouth. Rather, you want your mouth to be going right over it. So maybe point this right at about your chin. Microphone is always hooked up, so you never need to worry about that. You can adjust the height minimally by twisting this knob right here. And this will allow you to move the boom arm up and down to get, just a few inches of adjustment. If you really need to adjust this microphone, you can twist this large knob right here, twist it to loosen it, lift up, or go down as needed. Obviously, I'm super short, I'm 5'3", so I'm just gonna put this right at the bottom here. That's really everything you need to know. We've simplified things so much so that all you need to do is walk in here, grab the mic from the corner, throw it really anywhere in the studio, because we've made the acoustic environment such that you could record anywhere in here. Throw it wherever's comfortable for you. The engineer's gonna give you the tips on where you should stand for your voice, and you're good to record. That's literally everything you need to know. If you've watched the entire series, then you're good to just book a tour, get set up with a professional audio engineer to teach you exactly what you need to do, and start recording. If you haven't watched all the videos, I'd suggest going back and watching from episode 1, just to make sure that this is the right fit for you. Thank you so much.